How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now, it's been some time since I've last reviewed a case, but I'm back today with a look at Corsair's Obsidian 500D, a beautiful, sleek, dual tempered glass case. Now, firstly, you do get two versions of the 500D. You get the standard version, which I have behind me here, with the aluminum style front panel. But you do also get the special edition, which has a tempered glass front panel and does come with some very nice Corsair LL series RGB fans. Just a quick mention, if you guys want to see a complete time-lapse build inside the 500D, I will leave a link in the video description where I did build my Hackintosh slash gaming PC inside the case, which did turn out really cool. So I will just leave a link in the description for that. But now, pricing wise, the standard 500D is retailing for around 2,200 Rand on Rebeltech here in South Africa, or $150 on Amazon, while the SE is going for 4,000 Rand and $250. Most of that price is going for the RGB fans, so yeah, but luckily you do want to get them because they look awesome. So now, quickly taking a stroll just outside the case. First, you do get a mid-tower case measuring in with a height of 507 millimeters, a length of 500 millimeters, and a width of 237 millimeters. Also, it is quite a heavy case, especially with that dual tempered glass side doors. And if you have the special edition, it's going to weigh even a bit more, with the standard one weighing around 10 kilograms without anything inside. So it's going to be quite a heavy case. Again, you do get the two different panels, with the standard 500D having the plastic dark gray brushed aluminum style panel, and the panel itself unfortunately is non-removable, and you will need to take out the entire front section with the IO if you want to do something else modded or whatever. But you do get a decent sized gaps on the sides for a good airflow, and you do get a magnetic dust filter to help keep it dust free. Now, moving to the top side of the case, you get this curved full aluminum panel, which does have some cutouts for airflow, and then also on the sides you do have some open gaps that will help along with that as well. And you do get a very nice included magnetic dust filter here again. As for the front I/O, you do get your power and reset buttons, two standard USB 3.0 super speed ports, a USB 3.1 type C port, which is very handy nowadays, and then also all of your audio connections. Taking a look underneath the case, you get four large legs that will keep it high enough so your power supply can get enough airflow, and you do also get a dust filter here as well. But now, getting into the main feature of the 500D, it's a dual smoked tempered glass side doors. These doors are kept closed with pretty strong magnets that you can just pop open if you want to work inside or just see your beautiful system. But you can remove the doors off its hinges by just unscrewing some of the screws. It's pretty simple, and you would want to do this because if both of the doors or even one of the door is open, it does make the case a pretty back heavy, and you don't want the case to tumble off your desk when you're building inside the case, because that will be quite a messy operation. But now, because the tempered glass has more of a darker tint, it does make it a bit harder to see what's inside, but it does still look very nice, especially if you do have some lighting inside. It doesn't have to be RGB, but it does look really good if you do have some RGB. Again, with my Hackintosh system, ooh, it looked really nice. But also, because you have this dual tempered glass doors, people will be able to see all of your cable management. So on the back side, you will have to make sure that your cable management is on point. Otherwise, it's just going to ruin the entire aesthetic of your system. So yeah, get ready for some decent cable management work. But now when opening up the side panel on the inside, you are greeted with a clean, spacious inside. The 500D supports up to E80X motherboards and pretty much any size GPUs. As for the GPU, the 500D allows you to vertically mount your GPU to properly show it off as well, but you will need to buy a PCI Express extension cable separately if you want to do that, because there's not one included. Then you will notice that in the front there is no hard drive caddies, so you have plenty of space for a reservoir or a large triple radiator and your 3 or even 6 fans. As for at the top, you do get the removable fan tray that supports either 240 or 280 millimeter rads with fans, and the spacing for the motherboard and the memory should also be fine with the rad being at the top, because there is a decent amount of space between the motherboard and where you actually mount the fans. Then just for the rear, you get a single 120mm standard exhaust fan. Now, as for the feature that I love the most that have been implemented in the last few years, a power supply cover. So no need to see all of your cables just lying under at the bottom of your case. Now it's all covered up and it just makes it that much more cleaner. As for at the top of the PSU cover, you do get some rubber grommets for your bottom motherboard connections and your PCI Express GPU power cables. And also you do get some cutouts, so you're able to mount your power supply either with the fan facing upwards or downwards, depending on what you want. Now moving to the other side of the case, here you get a good amount of hard drive mounts, cable management supports, and then most importantly, the issue that I have the most with cases, there's enough space between the backside panel and then also the side door to do proper cable management. You don't have to squeeze the back panel closed and then screw in everything and then it's gonna bulge out. There's actually enough space to do proper cable management, especially if you don't have a fully modular power supply. But as for a hard drive mounting, you do get 2 3.5-inch vertically mounted hard drive at the front, and then 3 2.5-inch mounts in the middle behind the motherboard, all of which you can also remove if you don't want to make up a bit more space. Now, as for cable management, the 500D again has plenty of space for that, alongside the bottom PSU tray and having a bit more space between the back panel. But you do also get a very nice cable raceway at the back that you can just screw into place to hide a bunch of your cables. The raceway is placed over the 3 rubber grommets to hide all of the cables that goes to your motherboard. But now getting into the main question, how was it to build inside the 500D? And I have to say it was quite a dream, especially because you do have enough space for all of your components, fans, and just cable management. That is the biggest issue that I have with most cases these days. At the bottom back, you get that clean PSU cover to keep all of your unwanted cables out of the way. You get a good cable management support, especially with the cable raceway, and a decent amount of hard drive and SSD support. So there's plenty of storage options. So now in the end, the Obsidian 500D from Corsair is a great case, especially for anybody who is looking for a clean dual tempered glass chassis that will definitely make people stare at it. And if you do have some really nice lighting, that's just gonna make it look even better. Now, it's not the most ultimate case ever, but I personally didn't have really any issues building in the side, especially because there's just so much space, even though it is a mid-tower. Now, I also didn't really do any custom looping stuff, so I can't exactly say how it's gonna work for that, but because there's so much space inside, I don't think it's really going to be an issue. But now, that's pretty much it for my review of the Corsair Obsidian 500D. If you guys want to get the Obsidian 500D for yourself, I will leave links in the video description where you can get it on Rebeltech if you live in South Africa, and then Amazon as well. Also, again, you do get the special edition of the 500D with the LL fans, and then also the front tempered glass panel, which does look really, really nice. So if you guys want to stand out even more, then definitely check out that one. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this review, please like, share, subscribe, and comment like always. And I will check all of you next time. Cheers, guys.